What is this in my jar? What is it? I want to do some cooking. I want to show you a really good recipe, but what is that in my jar? I bet you can't guess what that is. Let me go around here and take a closer look. Oh my goodness. But you know what? It's really going to be okay. It's really going to be good. Okay, let's see what is in this jar that looks so gross. I mean, it looks pretty bad. Ooh. Ooh. What is it? Let it drain a little bit. Get some more here. What is that? What I'm going to show you is, I want to show you a recipe for baked oatmeal. Oatmeal's actually better for you, more absorbable if you soak it beforehand, but we're going to do some little extra goodies. And this is a dried apricot that's been soaked a while. And these look a little better. They're dried pears that have been soaked a little, so I can cut them up. So what I'm going to do now is, if I don't cut my fingers, I probably should have soaked these a little bit longer. But I've got stuff to do and I don't want to wait any longer. I'm going to cut up these somewhat rehydrated fruits, and then I'm going to put it with some oatmeal in a jar of water. And you're supposed to use whey, but I don't have any whey, but I do have some powdered buttermilk. So I'm going to mix that into just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon of it, in some water, and put in my chopped up dried fruits. And I have some other fruits I'm going to get and chop up and put in it as well. I'm going to mix it with my oatmeal and let it sit probably 24 to 48 hours. Probably more towards the 48 would be a couple days. It'd probably be better. And then you're going to cook it the night before. So I'll probably cook it tomorrow night. And then I'm going to put it in the fridge. And in the morning what you do is you just bake it. And with your sweetener, your cinnamon, and all of that you add, maybe a little cream, it's going to make a really, really good breakfast. And it tastes really good after it's been cooked and then you bake it the next morning. So that's what I'm working on now, and I will try to finish up this video tomorrow night when I do the cooking of it, and then show you a final clip the next morning after I bake it. So this particular video is going to be a little bit of a journey in the kitchen and the strange things in Gail's Garden Herbs and More kitchen. Not this slimy, funny looking stuff. But it'll really taste good. Okay, I have actually cut up my fruit and put in here. And I had some dried cranberries also that I put in there. And you need to warm up. Now so far I had about 2 cups of water that I warmed up on the stove, because it's good to warm it up first. And then I ended up putting about 2 heaping teaspoons of the buttermilk powder in it. So now the water's pretty warm, and I'm going to pour a little bit of water in the bottom so my dry oatmeal doesn't get stuck. And I'm going to go ahead and put some oatmeal in here. I don't know, it might have been a cup of oatmeal. I never measure anything. I probably should. Sometimes it messes up and sometimes not. Now that's not going to be enough water. So I'm going to warm up about 2 more cups of water and then just slowly pour it in until I see that I have it pretty. That is going to expand. This may be too small. It's a quart jar, but I'm making an awful lot of it. But my granddaughter and I will be eating it, and probably Kyle, and then, I don't know, I was going to try an experiment and see how it freezes. I really don't know how it's going to freeze, because that's going to be an experiment. Usually just eat it up, but if we have any left over, I was going to try and freeze it, and then that way, if I could, it'll freeze good. it'll be great for quick mornings because when I'm homeschooling especially, I don't have a lot of time. I can just grab out something thawed out and bake it a little bit while we're working on a subject, and then we can have breakfast. So we'll see. Actually, once I poured the rest in the pan, I thought that wasn't going to be enough, but I think it will, so I'm just putting just a little bit of cool water just to bring it to the top. And then I'm going to mix that dried fruit and everything together. You know, I should have measured that dry oatmeal out. I don't know how that's going to do. I'll probably set it in a bowl in case it starts swelling and comes out the top. I haven't tried this brand before of oatmeal, so I'm gonna, it's organic, but I've not tried this brand. I don't know how much it's gonna swell, because different ones sometimes do a little differently. It should be okay, but I am gonna put a plate or bowl or something, probably a plate. It'll sit better on a plate. And it's nice and warm. I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge, and then tomorrow night I'm going to cook it up, and then I'm going to bake it the following morning. I'll let you take a peek at that.